who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 21.
26.
First down, here's White. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Ricky.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Wilson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Easy.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's got his tight end, Burton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
45 the mic. You're not ready.
Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, alert. Slam. 45, Mike, 45. Let's go one more. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing is Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to lock.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to fire one deep up and got his man complete. 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 91 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, they were back in the shadows for their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On second down, it's White, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing on second down. Wilson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on... And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry, put up 43 points on the Browns.
Yeah, this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will shave one more off this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
On second down now, it's White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City, and Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And some room to roam now. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check.
To throw again, Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Let's go, defense.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Watch 8. Coming up one. 45. Mike, 45. Go. Touchdown, defense.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Bang out. Bam. Check 45 to Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Good job right there. Good.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's White. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And some space here. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Rodgers looking to throw. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson to throw. He finds Beckham complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. He's back to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Throwing now is Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the